चलो. चलो. Okay, live stream is on. I don't know if anybody is watching it. I haven't been checking if anybody is watching it. I'm live streaming it anyway. ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् Summaries have not been happening for a while. I think
Bhartiji, one question. Last week, you said instead of that FIR coming to that our original state from the disturbance, to let go. How to do it? Could you please explain? That let go, how it happens?
let go will happen while being with it. There is a heaviness in the heart. But clearly knowing that I am not that. That is not real. That is a part of the mind. But still there is a heaviness inside me.
Okay.
Stay with that. Be with that. Without indulging in it. Just observe. Don't judge it. When I'm saying be with it, just be. No thoughts, nothing, just the heaviness. Slow and keep breathing. Slowly, slowly, that is how we are sometimes in a hurry. That is the initial step to gain control over the mind. Okay, so we have now learned to gain control of the mind, which is very good. That is Shama and Dama. Now we also have to have the Viveka to let go of that Vasana. So for that, I will just be with it. And Just to be an observer and focus on the breath and keep using either Nitya, Nitya Vastu, Viveka, whatever, and slowly it will die out every time it comes out.
Mm.
When I sit with it, it's very important. Many times we don't sit with it enough and we try to quickly come out of it.
Mm.
So then some residues will stay always. So today I am with it, after some time it will go. Tomorrow morning again it will come up. Tomorrow again it will come up. Again sit with it. But it may go off sooner. Maybe different types of thoughts will come this time.
Mm.
But still thoughts are coming.
Mm.
Based on that, the Manonasha has not happened.
Mm.
So sit with it. After some time, maybe you can't sit for too long also, you will have to go do something. The next day again it will come. Again, make sure you sit with it. If it is coming at a random time, you choose not to sit with it right now, but choose a time when you can sit with it.
Mm.
Bring it up consciously. Bring it up consciously, be with the feeling. You're not judging the feeling, you're not trying to come out of the feeling, you know it is there and you know it will pass off. I just want to wait with it. So you choose a time when you can bring it up.
Mm.
That is convenient to you. You say,
Yeah,
now
so
with this feeling, I will sit for the next half an hour.
so basically it is acceptance.
It is just acceptance.
It is there,
And
it is not going to go, but just live with it.
it may go. It will pass. It will thaw if we do this kind of. I choose a half an hour, I sit with it. Today I sat for half an hour. I'm still feeling heavy. Next day again, I'm sitting with it. But I am not adding to the thought. I am not indulging in the thoughts.
Mm.
I just
Witnessing.
am witnessing.
Mm.
I'm not even witnessing it. I am just witnessing something in the body, the heart.
Mm.
Because when you get caught with the words, it can become a little. So it is easier to observe the heaviness, the breathing, those things, and just to be with it. And next day again, half an hour you choose, be with it. Again you choose, bring it up consciously. And then one day you bring it up, you will feel light. It's not bothering you much.
Okay.
Even when you bring it up
Okay.
consciously, it will not bother you. Till then you have to work to let go fully.
Mm. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay. Next week, can we have one summary? Don't try to relive or recreate. Yeah, that is not to indulging. That is important for Manonasha. To not have the thoughts. This is for letting go of the vasana. You bring up that incident where the moment that memory comes up, all the thoughts will start coming, all the feeling, the heaviness and everything will come up with it. The moment you bring up the memory of that event. And if you are feeling heavy, it means it is a vasana sitting inside you. When you remember something and you're feeling heavy, it means there is a baggage, it is to be dropped. So sit with it, bring up the memory consciously now. We are not running away from it, we are facing it and walking ahead. That way we can let go. Try this. Sometimes we'll bring up something in the past, very, when we are a child, but when I talk about that, I'll choke. Because at that time, I haven't sorted it out. And the residue of that is still in there. So you bring up different memories and slowly work on it. It's difficult process, it's not fun, okay? It's not wonderful or anything like that. This whole spiritual process is not, I am floating and I'm feeling light. And it's not like that. It's work, it's hard work. You are dropping.
One or the other comes up to clean.
Yeah, you have to keep cleaning. You have to keep.
It is like cleaning the sticky vessel.
Yeah,
Once we clean, it will not go again. We'll keep it.
yeah.
Hands
Yeah.
become rough. We'll keep it for some time. Again, after 2 days, we'll try
Yeah.
until it
All this
goes.
will pay off. It's important work.
Mm.
That is why now in this heartfulness meditation, we have to do cleaning at Sandhya Kal time. We have to do cleaning. Cleaning means हम लोग कुछ गलती किया होगा, सब किया होगा. So everything is going from the back of my spine. Like that, you have to start from head, then neck, then back, then the lower this thing. We have to tell that, and then it will go away. I mean, 20 minutes or half an hour.
That is what they say. The Sandhya Kala,
Mm.
3 times we do our meditation, right? Sandhya
Yeah.
Vandana. The idea is when you are in the morning, you do the meditation. Again, in the afternoon, when you are doing, you are remembering the events of the half day.
Yeah.
See, it is like that bottle, no? If you are holding it for little time, the pain is not that much. But if you are holding it for the 1 day, 10 days, 1 month, it becomes very heavy. The pain
Yeah.
will take longer to go. So, but if that half a day, little some pain came, you sat with it and you let it go.
That's what my
It is very
Guruji is
light.
telling.
You will let it go immediately.
Yeah, we have to remove.
We have to remove. And then evening again you are doing that next half a day, what happened? Let go.
Yeah.
Night before you sleep, think of everything. Let go. Sit with it.
Mm.
Then and there, then and there, then and there, you keep letting go. This. Then we have some old baggages. Every now and then we give ourselves, like you to choose an Ekadashi day. I don't eat very much. So that day is a very good day. I personally don't have too much cooking also that day. I choose those days to sit, bring up memories, let it go. This is one aspect. The other is divine aspect in Nitya Karma. To listen to these kind of talks, do some chanting. There was one somebody I heard very beautifully. They had told her mother had told her, it seems, you go to temples, you go to satsanga, you are not understanding why I should go to the. Doesn't matter. You just keep filling yourself with this in your subconscious. It may help you when you don't know. It may help your child when you don't know. It will help somebody in your generation you don't know. If not, it will help. See, the frequency with which you are operating, no, it spills around us. The aura we carry. If I am angry and sad and that kind, it will be observed by others. And if I am reverberating through consciousness, through joy, through kindness, that will also be absorbed around us. So fill yourself, keep filling yourself. Our job is to keep filling ourselves with this and keep dropping. Remember, one by one, you go looking for memories which make you feel happy, feel heavy. So far, what we did, whenever we felt heavy, we were running away from it. But now, when we know how to do Shamadama and we are able to come back, we have control over our mind, we know that, then it is not scary anymore. Now I will bring it up, I will sit with it, and I will allow it to thaw. Thank you, Premaji. So, next week, I think it is verse 24 or 25 summary I want somebody to do. Jayamalaji, long time.
Yes, ma'am. You tell me the verse number.
Which was the last one? I think Diva did the last one. 24 you did, I think, right?
Divya did, I guess.
Divya, you did 24?
Atmanam, I think 25th.
Ma'am, I have. Let me just.
Yeah, tell which one you did, and the next one Jayamalaji will do. You're looking up, Divya?
Yeah, I am looking.
It is either 24 or
Ma'am,
25.
some internet problem. That's why I've switched off the camera. My connection is
Okay.
very.
Can everybody turn on your videos? You have some work, you're getting up and going, is it?
Atmanam
What are we
Satchidananda.
doing?
Ma'am, it is 25th.
Okay, you look up. We will continue. We will start. You'll let us know afterwards, okay? Okay. verse 45.
Ma'am, I think I did 24.
Yeah, I
25th is to be
remember.
done.
25, Jayamala ji.
Okay, okay, ma'am. Okay.
26 I'll do, ma'am, after next week.
Okay, 25, then you 26. So now we go to 45. We did 45?
Last week I was not there, so I don't know, ma'am. I think because it should have been 45 last week
Just
if
as
it is done.
post appears to be ghost, Brahman appears to be a jiva because of ignorance. No, we are in 45. We had done 44. Yes, 45. Okay. Sthanau Purushavad Bhrantya Krita
Anam
Brahmani Jivata.
Purushavadbhantya Kritva Brahmani Jivata. Sthanau Purushavadbhantya
It's not
Kritva
Bhantya, it's Bhranti. Okay.
Bhrantya.
Sthanau Purushavad Bhrantya
Sthanau Purushavadbhantya
Krita
Krita
Brahmani Jivata.
Brahmani Jivata.
Jivasya Tatvike Rupe.
जीवस्य तात्विके रूपे
Tasmin
जीवस्य
Drishte
तात्विके
Nivartate.
रूपे तस्मिन् मैम हाउ इज दैट
Tasmin Drishte Nivartate.
तस्मिन् दृष्टे निवर्तते तस्मिन् दृष्टे निवर्तते
Correct.
स्थानौ
Sthanau
पुरुषवद्भ्रान्त्या
Purushavad Krita
कृता
Brahmani
ब्रह्माणि
Jivata.
जीवता
Full line.
जीवस्य ता two times na
Just first line
should I
alone.
say the second line of स्थानौ पुरुषवद्भ्रान्त्या कृता ब्रह्माणि जीवता
Brahmani.
ब्रह्मणि जीवता
जीवस्य
once
तात्विके
more
रूपे तस्मिन् दृष्टे निवर्तते.
जीवस्य तात्विके रूपे तस्मिन् दृष्टे निवर्तते जीवस्य तात्विके रूपे तस्मिन् दृष्टे निवर्तते.
Yes. It says Sthanau. In the post, this is a very Vedantic. Sthanau in the post, Purushavat, like the man, Bhrantya, because of delusion, Krita is made, Brahmani, in the Brahman, Jivata, individuality, Jivasya, of the Jiva, Tatvike Rupe, in the real nature, Tasmin, in the self, Drishte, when seen, Nivartate, is destroyed. It says, in the post, a man, like a man, becomes delusioned, Bhranti, that the post is actually a ghost. In the dark, a person comes and he sees one post there and he thinks it's a ghost. That is a Bhranti. That is a delusion. And because of the delusion, what happens? There is fear. That comes up, emotion. Isn't it? So, Krita Brahmani Jivata. Brahman appears to be, just like a post is appearing to be a ghost, Brahman is appearing to be a jiva because of ignorance. Jivasya tatvike rupe. The real nature of the jiva, tasmin drishte nivartate. When you see, tasmin, when the self is seen, then nivartate. The delusion is destroyed. It is removed. A post appears to be a ghost. Riju Sarpanyaya. A snake, a rope appears to be a snake. All this is because of the lack of light, because of darkness, because like that, the self appears to be the jiva because of ignorance, because of the lack of knowledge. But when one realizes and remembers the real nature, the delusion is destroyed. This is what this shloka is telling. Anybody who can read?
I can, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I start with just as supposed or in delusion?
No, in delusion you can start.
In delusion alone can we imagine and recognize a post to be a ghost. In fact, the misapprehension of the ghost has risen only from the non apprehension of the post. Similarly, on the Brahman, which is the supreme self and the substantum for all, ignorance projects our egocentric existence and its world of diversity. In this confused state, we spin and weave for ourselves a cobweb of our own creation. Thereafter, we identify ourselves with our body, mind, and intellect. Thus, we get entirely caught up in a net of our own creation hatched from our own ignorance. Just as the ghost disappears when the post is recognized, or just as the entire dream world rolls back into the very mind from which it was projected, when the dreamer wakes up, so too, when we have come to experience the true self in us, this illusory world that we have painted with all gay enchantment also loses its reality once and for all. The non apprehension of the post has caused all the misapprehension as the head, trunk, limbs, dress, eyes, movements, and so on of the vivid vision of the ghost. The misconception was the ghost on the post. When the cause, the misconception ends, the effect, the ghost also disappears. When the ego sense has ended, all its effect also end, and there is no more any bondage suffered.
In the last 2 weeks, what is that post that we saw as a ghost?
Body mind, no?
Huh?
The body mind complex, our body and mind, which we see as the post. The jiva.
That we are seeing all the time. And we identify, we think that is
Yes.
what I am. Just
The
reflect.
forms that we see, ma'am.
The forms that
Names
we
and
see.
names and forms.
Yeah. No,
In
I
this
am talking
summer,
about self-reflection on our lives. We will use
Yeah.
this as self-reflection on our lives.
in this summer, when we go on the road, no, the tar roads, the black one,
Mirage.
sometimes we'll see that some water at a
Mirage.
distance, we'll see some water. Then I immediately remember this Riju Sarpanyaya. All this came to my mind, and my body was aching. Immediately, I told myself that I'm not the body, I'm not this hand. And I could see the detachment of the pain,
Hmm.
and somehow it went off. Maybe it was there, I have not noticed.
Correct.
I could see the separation, the hand, the pain, and me through different, through three different aspects.
Any time when we were delusioned for a moment, because of which fear and all our emotions came up, and then we realized that it was only a post. It was a delusion, and I awakened from the dream and realized the self is always content, happy. It's such observation of our life, day to day, moment to moment. We observe our lives. We observe ourselves. Everything was peaceful this week. Don't have to share, but just as a reflection, or if it is something that can be shared, that is also okay.
As I have listened to one of the senior person who teaches Vedanta, and he says only the Shravana is enough to give the Gnana. And the application naturally comes in day-to-day life.
Yeah.
Even just now, Raghuramji was telling
Mm.
regarding fear and fearlessness. When we keep on listening to this Vedanta, we actually become fearless.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the thought comes in all occasions.
Yes. Something, it happened. Like if you look at the Jada Bharata story, we all know the story, I think, or I'll tell it. He was,
Ma'am,
The
ma'am,
deer story, he was attached to deer.
he was attached to the deer. Bharata leaves the kingdom. Bharata, this is different Bharata, not Dushyanta and Shakuntala's son. Another Bharata, he was a very big king, very great king. It's in fact
Rishabhadeva's son.
correct, Rishabhadeva's son, and it is after him that India has been named, is what they say,
Bharatvarsha.
Bharata, as Bharata. And he left the kingdom. He was a Raja Rishi. He left the kingdom, went into the forest, but there was a little deer. The mother had died. The baby was just born. So he brings that baby to take care of it. And over time, he becomes attached to that deer. He's constantly thinking, has he eaten? Where it go? Where would it have gone? Oh, it must be thirsty. Let me give it water. He leaves that and he becomes attached to this deer. And one day, the deer has gone somewhere and has not returned. And from then, since then, he was very, very concerned. What happened? Did something come and eat up the deer? Why did it come back? He was very concerned. And then one day, he slips and falls. And when he slips and falls, he dies, but at the time of his death, he was thinking about the deer. And because of that, he is born as a deer again. Deer in his next Janma. But because of his spiritual collection, vasanas that he had, he was a deer which was grazing near hermitage, ashrams. And in the next Janma, he remembers all this. He doesn't talk at all and somehow he attains enlightenment. But here, the deer, attachment to the deer, that worry about the deer, that constant thinking about what will happen to the deer. It was a ghost on the post. He's so attached to because it is not even there anymore, the deer. And because of that image he has in the next Janma, he became a deer again. Because of that attachment. He was so identified with that he forgot his real self. He forgot who he was. Parikshit remembered so beautifully. Says, I made a mistake. I put the snake around the... How could I act like this?
Thinged.
This does not seem like me at all. How could I act so disrespectfully? I am ready to face the consequences of these actions. This is seeing clearly. This is seeing with clarity, seeing the truth as it is. Sat is that, no? Seeing the truth as it is. Seeing my truth as it is, without any illusory covering. Not seeing this thing as the snake, the rope as the snake, or the post as the ghost. Live our life day to day like this. Every moment we can think of some delusion coming up, right? Somebody said something, for some time there will be some anger, some upset, some worry about the future, even worry about the future of our own children is a delusion. Because future itself is a delusion. My worrying is not going to okay, my planning can help. Something, some thought, something, that also we think we are doing it, which is fine. Something, But worrying, anxiety about the future itself is a delusion, because that future is a mystery which we are imagining and projecting. A child says something, we make a completely different meaning of it. Somebody else says something, they are telling it in a different way, I am taking it in a different way, working through my own image of myself, of them. I have already very difficult. Jay Krishnamurti would see, if when you see your spouse, look at them as though you are seeing them for the first time, without any of the judgment, the preconceived notions. No, we have so much we have collected. They are like this, they are like that, they are not like this, they are like that. Baggage, preconceived. See, baggage may seem heavy, but some of the things we have, I will say, my husband always sees only the these kind of movies. Prejudice. I already know. So the moment I am going to watch a movie, I say, you won't like this movie. This does not have any action scenes at all. I am already coming from one preconceived notion, and suddenly he will say, no, it's okay, I will watch, no problem. But the basic idea is our assumption only. But moment to moment, we are operating from memory rather than being with reality.
We are not fresh.
It doesn't have to be only the negativity or baggages, the heaviness, right? Moment to moment, we are operating only from
Memory. Past
memory.
Experiences.
Yeah, our prejudice is a memory, our judgment is a memory, our preconceived notions are memory. He would say, look at them as though you don't know anything about them. Very difficult to keep it aside, but that is the idea. That is the level. Even your close relatives. Yes, Divya.
Memory is so bad, but then suppose if we make mistakes and you have to remember the lesson, na ma'am, that you made from it. I mean, yes, in relationships, yes.
Divya, you have a lot of this. I want to learn from this mistake thing.
I have, ma'am. I
You
even
keep
tell
it.
my children.
No, this is Vedanta topic. See, general.
General and Vedanta are not separated, Bhargavi.
No. I'm not telling like this. Day-to-day life experiences, acting is okay. But when we are in Vedanta, this is we have to learn. Living in the moment.
Yeah.
Focusing.
I believe that we should always give the benefit of doubt for everything.
Correct. Not go with rigidity.
Exactly.
Yes.
So you must learn from your mistakes. Done, no, if you have learned one time.
Yeah.
And how will you, again, if it is, I have to know that if this mistake I made last time, so I should not make a mistake. No, I will say, okay, I put more salt. So hereafter, overall, I'm going to reduce my salt, putting salt. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all. So now what do I
feelings.
remember? I have to put less salt. That's all.
When we are mindful, like in that moment, it automatically comes.
I just have to put less salt. That's all.
Ma'am, I'll give you an example. I see my spouse, Rajit, he trusts people very easily. And many a times he's been sort of tricked by people. So I tell him, am I audible, ma'am?
Yeah.
Yes, so I tell him, why don't you learn from your mistakes? Why do you trust people so blindly? I mean,
Is he peaceful after that? Even
he
if
is
they act
peaceful. I just don't want him to make the mistakes and,
No, but why?
Why? I mean, कितना बार एक आदमी समझेगा नहीं
नहीं मतलब कैसे affect हो रहा है उससे?
Then see, ma'am, he was in the previous now in a previous project. He was with he was in hiring people, sort of. He was the project manager, so he would screen CVs and so what he would say is take the candidates at what they say at face value, and what happens very often they say they'll come join. and he gives it to the client, gives their this interview sab clear karke, and finally the candidate would just sort of back off at the last moment. So I tell him, I mean, this isn't happening to you time and again, so why do you take what people say at face value? Thoda. So this is also getting affected ना यार मेरे साथ ही ऐसा क्यों होता है and all that. Sometimes he also faces ना. So I don't want him to make that mistake and
हाँ
his
वो नहीं होना चाहिए मेरे साथ अगर कैसे हो रहा है. If you are thinking, I should look at it objectively and see कि कहाँ I went wrong, and then just say next time be aware. These are the steps I will take to correct it. Yeah.
Awareness में memory बिल्कुल attach नहीं होता है क्या मैम?
एक है trusting में when you are talking about trusting, right? It is if you are hitting yourself you have to become aware. I will call it becoming more aware rather than learning from my mistakes. The moment I become it is about mistake, I am making a mistake, I get into victimhood.
He's not much into victimhood, but I am sometimes, only very rarely he says that. But I feel it's bad. No, people are just, he's doing so much.
लोगों का काम है. You have 10 people. I don't know how much it has affected. Okay, out of 10 people, one person will do that. Do you give importance to that one person? I see most of the companies, what they do is 100 people will be doing very well. Some 5 people will behave very badly. And for these 5 people, they will make the job of all the 100 people difficult. They are learning from their mistakes. They lose their trust. And what happens is they will make a law because of these 5 people, they'll make a law for 100 people.
Correct. That's
Sometimes
how
it's
most
ignored
of the laws are made.
it is better to ignore these one-off people.
It's like collateral damage.
It's just collateral damage hota hai, it's okay. It depends on how much it's affecting and how much we are being gullible. But
Okay.
it's see, we can, I would say it is learning from our mistakes is zyada. People may not be as they look. So let me be aware and ask questions to make sure that they are okay. Instead of remembering the past, I should be more aware is the question.
More prepared, you would say?
More prepared, more aware, more taking care of, looking at more conditions to check for validity of whatever.
Yeah.
How to bring a process change. Those kind of things you can do.
Okay.
But not to become an untrustworthy person because of that. That can become then. If you say, I made a mistake, so then I was trusting, I am too trusting, I should not be trustworthy. That's not what we want to become.
Okay. And because in today's parenting class also you were saying, because when we tell children also that the world is a very unsafe place, then they also have to trust people. I mean, it's after all a social this, you cannot be totally skeptical of each and every person.
So only awareness and what processes we need to build in, those kind of things we can think of. Like lift में जाना है, awareness चाहिए.
Even we say stranger danger and all that. But not everybody is that.
Not everybody is like that. So, but anyway, but when we are there, you can take. When we are not there, better safe not to take. Lift में जा रहे हो, if somebody comes, just press all the buttons. थोड़ा awareness बना के रख दिया. If you are not feeling comfortable, just press all the buttons. You can educate them, you can empower them to some extent. But बहुत ज़्यादा भी नहीं बोलना चाहिए. It feels like the child feels like, it's a very unsafe place. The world is very unsafe. I have to be, especially if we tell it out of fear. We will pass on our fear to them.
Yes, that's very important.
If we say it from the space of awareness, they will also take it in the space of awareness.
I mean, for children, it is more impactful, but even to the spouse, sometimes our fear only that we are passing on.
Yeah. So it's all about awareness, changes in processes. What are the sum of the macros that have to be done? How much should be done? Should we put it too much, less, whatever? Okay, so you have to, like, they go out so much time. If they are late, we call once and check. That is like an awareness level. Now if I start panicking, then it puts fear in the other also. And what we do in our fear is we will want to convince the other also. They should get my fear. Then only they will act the way I want them to act. So I will push and shove my...
That is very true, ma'am. We want them also to feel that to the same intensity as
They are
we
not
feel.
they don't understand
And we
what
are
I'm
more
telling. So I have to
frustrated.
make them understand. So I will shove it down their throat.
Yes.
Now my fear, they should also feel
I'm
that.
guilty of that.
No, it is all we have to have talks and consultation. We always go when children go out, safety comes first, fun only comes next. Always keep safe. Things like that we can give it as an awareness. They act consciously. They have the power. When you push them into fear, they get so confused. I always have seen this. The parents who are so afraid of their children jumping here and there. Yo, you will fall down, something will happen. Yo, don't go there. Why are you going so high? Yo, something will happen. Such people always have fractures. Left, right, center all the time because they become confused in that fear when they are doing something. That fear starts playing in their minds. What the mothers are telling, parents are telling. It manifests. We'll go to the next verse. Tatvaswarupānubhavādutpannam. Oh, illa. How does it come? Tattvaswarupānubhavāt utpannam jnānamanjasa. Tattvaswarupānubhavāt utpannam jnānamanjasa. Aham mameti chājñānam. Aham mameti chājñānam bādhate digbhrāmādivat. Bādhate digbhrāmādivat. Tattvaswarupānubhavāt. Tattvaswarupānubhavāt. Utpannam jnānamanjasa. Utpannam jnānamanjasa. Aham mameti chājñānam. Aham mameti chājñānam bādhate digbhrāmādivat. Bādhate digbhrāmādivat. We will chant the whole thing together. Tattvaswarupānubhavāt utpannam jnānamanjasa. Aham mameti chājñānam bādhate digbhrāmādivat. Tattvaswarupānubhavāt. Tattvaswarupa anubhavat. The anubhava of the swarupa of the tattva. By experiencing the truth, the nature of the truth, utpannam, produced, jnanam, knowledge, anjasa, instantly, aham, mama, mine, iti, thus, ajnanam, the ignorance, badhate, destroys, digbhrāmādivat, the wrong notions about the directions. Digbhrāmādivat, dig, the direction, outwards, inwards. All these are also delusions. The delusion of directions. Because in Mandukya Upanishad also it would say, na prajñam, na bahish prajñam, na antarishta prajñam. I am neither the outer consciousness, nor there is inner consciousness. Because when we say outside and inside, that is also a part of space. This space is there. Outside this space, inside this space, then it comes as part of space. Whereas the self is para, beyond. Not outside or inside. It is beyond in the sense that it has nothing to do with the space at all. There is no space. So even that space is a Brahm. So if I am looking at this as in my room, there is a space between me and the wall, that is a bhram, that is a delusion. Because when I look at, now just look at the whole space around me. Let go of all the objects and look at the space. And now that space is an extension of the consciousness within, like a screen. Everything is in that screen of that consciousness. Imagine the whole space as the consciousness. Everything is in that space. But yet, it is not that object. The space is beyond that object. Can you say space is outside of the table? Can you say space is inside the table? Space just is there everywhere. And all the objects are there. So even to say north, south, east, west, northeast, northwest, all the directions are as long as we are identified with the body only. It is this senses which is projecting like there is a 3D image. The eyes are projecting as though there is a 3D image. And because of this 3D image, we feel that there is space. We feel that there is space between something and that is far, this is near, that is behind me, front of me, left, right, all this we are thinking. But if it now look at the movie is being projected on the screen. When we go to a theater, a movie is being projected on the screen. It looks like there is a car, there is a house in the screen. It looks like there are two people. It looks like there is a space between the two people. But is there really space on that screen? No. It appears as though there is a direction, there is a far, there is a near, but everything is happening on the screen. Similarly, everything is happening on the screen of that consciousness, and hence space itself, the concept of space and time itself is a delusion. So it says, just as right information removes the wrong notion about the directions, so too the knowledge that is gained as a result of the experience of the truth destroys the ignorance that is characterized by the notions of I-ness and my-ness. Now this is just repetition to get it into us, for it to become nididhyasana, and for us to apply it in our life, to see everything by just the shruti of this. Shifts will keep happening. When you talk about this truth, this was very profound for me. And today also I was reflecting. I'll just share one experience. Today, some very small realization, but I realized what I realized was somebody came. I am conducting some Bhagavad Gita classes in my apartment. And I had initially told they came to ask for some Bhagavad Gita classes. We are doing the Vyasa Ushadam only, and I started. So they asked, how many people we want to start Bhagavad Gita class? How many people will you need minimum? I said, if 7 to 8 people are there, at least we will start, because 7 to 8 people, 3-4 people don't come, at least 5-6 people should be there in the class. So some 7 to 8 people, if they come, we will start. But this is how, and it is going on well for the past 2-3 months now. And then one person met me outside, and they said, and he said, oh, it looks like I saw pictures of the Bhagavad Gita class, looks like 20-25. A lot of people are coming, 20-25 people. At that seat, for a moment, there was this thought that, oh yeah, it's coming. Well, should I really acknowledge it? Will it be humble to acknowledge it, or this or that? In the past, I would have thought like that sometimes. When somebody says something, wow, this is like that, I'll be like that. In the sense like acknowledging it would be a problem. And a thought came to me, and I just said, yes, 20-25 people are coming. It's going well. And it was absolutely calm. And I realized what I'm telling, 20-25 people, are they coming to the class? That is the truth. It is Sat. Now, to think that, oh, they are praising, oh, this is very good, and things like that, it is to me, only when I make it, this is mine, I am taking the class, so 20-25 people are coming. When I do that relation, that is coming from the I, me, mine, and then I feel like, oh, is this humble, is this not humble, is this right, is this not right? But that is a fact. 20-25 people are coming. It is the truth. It is Pratyaksha Pramana. Now, why should we make this statement about I, me, mine at all? Why should we make this statement about I, me, mine at all? So that brought a lot of clarity for me. I don't know, but today that was kind of, I don't know if it seems big, but this came from what Ramana Tirtha Swamigal once said. One person said, you are telling very nicely, you're doing like, you're very sweet worded. I was there in that when he was, the way you talk, it's so sweet and you are explaining so sweetly. And Swamigal was just sitting there and he said, and then at the end of it, he says, please don't think I am buttering you. Okay. Then Swamigal said this. He said, you are telling what is your truth. I like this, I don't like, whatever. Okay. Now, why should I make your truth as the I, me, mine of mine and then think that you are buttering me? Not needed. You are stating your truth. I will just observe it as the truth rather than making it I, me, mine. This was...
Ma'am, we always do this, no? We always make it about ourselves.
We make it about ourselves. And then we don't know how to respond. We don't know how, we have to be humble, huh? We have to say, or will I say this? Just be with the truth. It is their truth. They are just expressing it. I, me, mine don't exist only there. Moment to moment, so many things. It's very, very subtle. In so many ways we feel these things, isn't it? Just as right information removes the wrong notion about the direction, so too the knowledge that is gained as a result of the experience of the truth destroys the ignorance that is characterized by the notion of I and minus. This I and minus and this truth was playing in my head when this happened. So that is why this example came to the mind. Anybody who can read this?
Shall I?
Go ahead.
Oh, you want to read?
Please carry on.
The self-knowledge that is born out of the experience of the reality immediately and instantaneously destroys ignorance, ajnana, which has caused the wrong notions of the ego. This wrong conception of a limited, colored, and distorted personality has been the cause for the agency of actions and for the notions of I-ness and minus, sense of possession in everyone. Continue.
This
When
wrong
you feel-
conception of a limited, colored, and distorted personality has been the cause for the agency. We really need to seriously reflect on the so many images that we have of ourselves. What all images am I holding? Whenever we are thinking, what do others think of me? In any situation, what will everybody think? Or whenever we are upset that somebody has not acknowledged us, or whenever we have a certain expectation, even of ourselves, what are we doing? We are comparing what we did with an imagine of how I want to be, with an image of how I want to be. Even this spirituality, we have an image. What is a spiritual person is also an image in our mind. We are conducting ourselves in this world only through images. Our expectation is the reality compared with an image. If the reality is according to the image, happy. Reality is not according to the image, disappointment. My husband, I will walk like this, then he should say this, today is like this. Expectation. Not coming, disappointment. We are, every moment to moment, we are only operating through images and not through reality. What I want for my child, what I want for myself, how do I view myself? What are the images? What are the images? What are the words through which I am viewing myself? If you had to describe your qualities, what are your qualities? Please shoot. What is your quality? Everybody, come on, yaar. Everybody turn on your videos. What is this?
I can give an example where I can say that I understood that image and self, this is different. I always used to think that, oh, I'm indispensable, without anything, without my doing, the house is not going to move and all that. That was a very big wrong notion I used to have, that I have to do everything. Only if I am around, everything will go smooth. A few years back, I had a problem with my back and I got means I was literally bedridden. So first day I was like, how will the house run? How will the kids manage and all? But when I realized that in 3 days, everybody got into a new routine, they got adjusted, and the fourth day I became a liability. That's when I understood that I am not
How did it feel that they all can function without you?
it actually hits really bad. That realization sets you that you're there, you're there, everything is good, but you're not there also, it can be good.
We have given so much self-importance to
Yeah.
children.
So you don't need to wait for other person's realization that you are there or not there. When that self hits only, that's the biggest hit you can have.
Mm. Yeah, I am not indispensable.
Not at all. Zero. And it doesn't take long time also. Nowadays it's all fast forward. Like within 3 days, everything is smooth.
I am so dispensable.
And fourth day, you're a liability.
Ah,
So that realization actually helps you a lot.
yeah.
To
Like
let go.
Purnamada Stotra, if the Lado call is taken out or added, that doesn't make any difference. Same if you are taken out or if you are added in the world or the family, doesn't make any difference.
Any difference. For
Is
some
equal
time
to
they
one.
will grieve, and then
Is equal to one Lado call. That's it.
yeah, yeah,
Basically, it is a survival instinct, man, for everybody.
yeah.
So you're there, you are not there, it is different.
Yeah, everybody will function just fine.
We have lost our importance.
Yeah, we are making ourselves, we are only
Yes,
a
yes.
speck of
Center
sand
stage.
in the we are only a speck of sand in the beach. We think we are the beach.
Yes.
We are a drop of water in the ocean. In that way, the ego I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
As an
That's-
ego, we are only a drop of water in the ocean. We think we are the ocean.
Mhm.
We are, the self is the ocean. That's no doubt. But as the ego, we are actually very small and yet infinite.
One
And in that
appreciation.
smallness is where we can realize our infiniteness.
Mhm.
When the ego becomes a nobody, that is when we can reach the infiniteness. We will know that we are complete. What is your quality?
The first thing that came to my mind is self-praise, donkey's praise, ma'am.
What? Say
When
that
you're
again?
as a child, no, when you praise yourself, our friends used to say, self-praise, donkey's praise.
Oh.
Such me, ma'am, when you said it already, क्या बोल रहा है?
I have never heard this. Okay, self-praise, donkey's praise.
But children, when I was young, my friends used to say that.
I am asking for your qualities. Describe your qualities.
Good at adapting.
Good at adapting.
I am Nirguna.
That is the true nature.
I
Good
think
at
I'm
adapting is the
honest.
nature of the ego. It is the ghost on the post. That is what I wanted.
Yes. Always remember that I am Nirguna, Nirakara.
But ma'am, when you think about qualities you have, it's like that personality, then whenever you're interacting with anybody, you think you have to, that quality has to come out and all, you feel, no? That
No,
burden.
all that is an image, no?
Correct.
That
It
is
is
the
only
image
the
we are
Being
talking about
diplomatic.
here. The quality that you are thinking, this quality should come out when you are talking to people and all
When
that.
interacting with people.
Why are you thinking?
No, on that Nirguna, I am Nirguna, Nirvikara, I am an Atman. On that, all this should come for transaction world. But under that, I
The
should
Nirguna
strongly.
will act through this. So the problem there is, I am thinking, I am talking, and my quality should come out.
It come, no, not always, but sometimes in our interactions.
So we will say, oh, not always, no. Instead of saying I should come, we will say, oh, Bhagwan, bring out you. It is all up to you. You bring out the qualities that are necessary for this, through this instrument. The quality that you are talking about belongs to the instrument, not to you.
Then can we attribute bad qualities also like that?
Yeah.
We have to take responsibility.
Yeah.
Purification.
Bad qualities also can be attributed like that because you are only an instrument.
But ma'am, then we won't become escapist.
Hold on.
We should not become escapist. We should identify that and correct it. Purification process.
No. Purification process, that is one thing. But if you are here, let me get that shloka. Do you remember the shloka, anybody?
Ma'am, that everything is prakriti, the teen gunas of prakriti. That one. Everything the teen gunas of prakriti, whatever is happening is because of the triguna.
No.
That shloka, ma'am.
No, it says even if one is acting in the most derogatory way, if he is established in me, know that.
Apichetsu duracharo.
Which shloka is it? Correct. Even how do you get it like that? Tak, Jaimalaji? Okay. I can remember the meanings of the shlokas, but the shlokas I tend to.
Ma'am, that's for me.
What is it?
No realization.
That is the quality. Just now you were telling about
some photographic
quality
memory or something.
Yeah.
Even if one commits the most abominable actions, if he is engaged in devotional service, he is to be considered saintly because he is properly situated. So that is why if you look at Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha, they have all done absolutely negative this thing. But in their mind, there was nothing other than Narayana. They were acting against Narayana, but Kamsa was acting against Narayana, against Krishna out of fear. So if their mind, so in that way, so even a negative, they are the negative forces of Bhagwan, instruments, because there has to be there is a day, there has to be night. Like there is summer, there has to be winter. Imagine everybody is kind, everybody is good. You will not know goodness, right? So they are also acting through him only. You call it escapism. The one who has to realize, they will realize and they will come out of it. The one who does not have to realize, he will keep thinking, acting out of it only. There will be no realization for such people. The one who realizes and feels, I don't want to be like that, they will come out of it. Or they will strive to come out of it. But Duryodhana says, I know what I'm doing is the adharma, and this is what I want to do. So nothing is apart from him. What we call as negative qualities is also it is needed to bring balance in the universe. Otherwise, there will be no balance. When we see something like that, it brings up power, and we say, oh, we don't want to be like that. This is not right. Right.
Artiji, in this war situation, now everyone knows how powerful is Iran. And also, while US is attacking, it is good that he is attacking, because otherwise we would have not known how dangerous Iran is, isn't it? So again, what is that, Russia and the other countries war started, you have started a class at that time. And you said that's also part of the Leela, Krishna's Leela. And this also Leela. Now, when we think deeply, it is really true. Whatever is happening is for good. Even America is little reduced by its weapon power, all economically, defense side, everything. Even we have come to know the Iran's, what is that ferociousness. So the world takes different route
So we are
altogether.
able to understand. We went through there was World War I, World War II, then a period of peace. Now again, these wars are coming. Before World War I, World War II, we had Islamic invasion in India, this, that. So there is a period of sukha, dukkha that is happening. It is eternal.
It is not
We
that
are
I am
blaming
not
Trump.
affected.
We are blaming this person, that person. But why is it coming as astrological prediction? It is that Trump is an instrument, probably, in this whole
And
thing.
I am talking because I am not affected by the war, but holistic view, when we analyze it in a Vedantic perspective, so whatever happens is his will.
Yeah, this is very important.
And it's
because
for
many
good. And
people during
it's
such
for good.
war, you can either give out negative energy into the universe, whatever frequency you are vibrating in, that will get into around you. So you can vibrate from negative of what is this worry and this and that, LPG is attacked, look at these people, so much politics people will talk, they'll become so angry and hateful and all of this, and then there are sides and there is so much polarization and there are fights, and it seems now in America there is so much opinions that if the parents and children are now going no contact over opinions of the world, because one is left, one is right. They are completely cutting contact. So much they hate each other because they are with their views. So this only divide. The only thing we have to know is this is all happening as part of a bigger design only to remind us, and this is the time for us to endure.
Yes.
Such times are the time to become resilient, to endure and just manage and keep the energy positive. And to keep the energy positive, they'll always say group prayers, because things are not in my control. I cannot go and talk to that Trump. Me sitting here and fuming, why is Trump doing this? Why is Iran doing this? Why doing it? Is not going to have any effect other than give negativity around and create disconnections and all those things. The time to come together for all of us, to endure, to lay low, and allow this to pass. Not to go on protests and things and that. Protest was becoming a big deal of late. Youngsters saying, I have the right to protest. Nothing. It is just anger coming out. You're fueling.
Media frenzy is another thing. They only blow the things out of proportion.
Yeah. So, this kind of message of, it is happening as it is happening. Whatever we will see, we will lay low, we will see what will happen and we will go with it. It is important to give out that calmness also. And the way to be, and these are times when you seek to prayers and give out positive, divine vibrations. Because somewhere we have to compensate, we have to act consciously, people like us. We must pray for the well-being, because on the some side, some people are feeling scared. Some people, so we have to compensate with these divine vasanas. We must do that. That becomes our duty to pray and to do all of those things.
It is Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina. If we keep chanting
Yeah.
that is enough, right?
Yeah, that itself is a big Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu.
Okay.
Ma'am,
For that reason,
have
whatever. Yes, Divyaji.
I know we are a little short of time, ma'am. But is it, ma'am, I've heard people say in some discourses, not discourses, psychological, this like, we say wrong in somebody because we have that, but it's like it takes one to know one.
Yeah. How will you recognize A without knowing A? How will you know that is A if you don't know A yourself? So when you are seeing some, that is why they say when one finger is pointing at the other, three fingers are pointing at you. You recognize it, you know it. Somewhere it is more about you than the other. Whatever advice, talk, you're giving to the other, it's all applicable to you. Just turn it to yourself and you say, yeah. When you are telling your husband, you should self-correct, why are you making that mistake again and again? Why you should learn from that? No, somewhere you are telling it to yourself only. You probably tell that to yourself a lot.
I do that.
Yeah.
Iran has said they're very resilient people, ma'am. Such great civilization, Mesopotamian civilization, Persians, they all came from there. No,
I am not into judging anybody as right. Everybody is playing their part. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I don't know how to judge who is good. Okay, we say Iran is an extension of our civilization, so we want to somewhere support them, whatever.
So they were
I
an
don't
ancient
know all the
civilization, they'll
history.
have
I don't know
resilience, no?
everything. So without knowledge, I don't want to even. And it's such a long history. So many things have happened. So many psychological, so much emotion, so many things. How can we even judge anything?
Correct.
Okay.
Lots of generation gaps also.
Yeah, and the generation gap, I'm not living there. I am not a person who is living there. I'm living somewhere else in a completely different geographical location,
Correct.
listening to things in media, which is like Chinese whispers. So I will just keep it to it. Only thing is, I'm still trying to understand why they were attacked. That is there.
When there was a joke, that Strait of Hormuz, now they're talking about opening the Strait of Hormuz, which was open before the war. Then what was the point of the war?
I know. We don't know what is the reason for this. So it had to happen, ma. I think there will be some very silly reason, something made up reason most of the time. It just had to happen this way. They say they are predicting a downfall of America right now. It will slowly this way start going down. And that is also, nothing is permanent in the world. Nothing will stay up forever.
Cycle.
It is a cycle. It will have to happen. So we just observe. We can observe right now because India is right now, thankfully, only LPG is the problem, which is okay. Chalo, we will close. Even our people have endured, Here, you read that book called The Flight of Deities by Meenakshi Jain. When they were selfless. When the temples were attacked by other, there's nothing. They have run. You are finding idols in some water somewhere. They have hid them under the tree because they did. It's like personal. My God, nothing can be done. Should be done to it. They have run with it. There are stories of how they will come looking for the idols in the houses, so they will keep it in the toilet. Because in the toilet, nobody will come and look for the deity. So selflessly, all not thinking about themselves, but thinking about how to protect the deities. That is how resilient this Sanatana Dharma has been. They have told, they tried to destroy temples. Okay. Then people came on the streets and started doing Ramayana. Then they stopped them. Then people did in their houses. Then you stop them. Even then you can do it in your hearts. You cannot take the Sanatana Dharma from the people who are following. That is why it has, been there for so many, like Bhagavad Gita. You can read the scriptures and keep it in your heart, and you don't, there is something for every phase, every stage, or everything. That is how the rishis have done it, and that is why it's been such a resilient dharma, and hence we also need to be resilient. Courage is the form of resilience. Courage. Fearless. More than courage, I would call it fearlessness. Fear will come. Fear is not wrong, but I keep walking. I don't give in to it.
Abhaya.
Abhaya. Correct.
Exact
Abhaya
word.
mudra. Gods are showing
Yes.
Abhaya mudra. I am there. I'm protecting you. Don't worry.
Yeah.
You go ahead. Face your fear, walk.
We'll chant Shanti Mantra today, Aarti ji, for the world.
I have one. I will chant one. Bhumi Mangalam.
Yes,
Okay?
please.
You can,
Please.
I will chant once, you will repeat. Bhumi Mangalam, Bhumi Mangalam, Udagamangalam, Udagamangalam. Can you unmute and just repeat? I want to hear you all. Let's all hear each other.
Okay.
Bhumi Mangalam,
Bhumi Mangalam,
Udagamangalam,
Udagamangalam,
Agni Mangalam,
Agni Mangalam,
Vayu Mangalam,
Vayu Mangalam,
Gagana Mangalam,
Gagana Mangalam,
Surya Mangalam,
Surya Mangalam,
Chandra Mangalam,
Chandra Mangalam,
Jiva Mangalam,
Jiva Mangalam,
Deha Mangalam,
Deha Mangalam,
Mano Mangalam,
Mano Mangalam,
Atma Mangalam,
Atma Mangalam,
Sarva Mangalam Bhavatu Bhavatu Bhavatu.
Sarva Mangalam Bhavatu Bhavatu,
Sarva Mangalam Bhavatu Bhavatu Bhavatu.
Sarva Mangalam Bhavatu Bhavatu,
Sarva Mangalam Bhavatu Bhavatu Bhavatu.
Sarva Mangalam Bhavatu Bhavatu.
Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah. Sarve
Sarve
Santu Niramayah. Sarve
Bhadrani
Bhadrani
Pashyantu,
Ma
Ma
Kaschid
Kaschid
Dukkha
Dukkha
Bhavet.
Bhavet.
Om
Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Harihi
Hari
Om.
Om.
Shri Gurubhyo
Gurubhyo
Namaha.
Namaha. Hari Om. Thank you.
Thank you.
It was nice.
What is that
Mangalam
mantra?
Stotra.
What is that mantra called, ma'am? You just
I've
chant.
heard
Mangalam
it
for
at
all
Sadhguru's
Panchabhutas.
Shivaratri program.
Panchabhuta Shanti Mantra.
Yeah.
Ma'am, also that name of the book, ma'am. How Sanatana Dharma survived, some Meenakshi persons.
It's a Flight of the Deities.
Flight of the Deities.
Flight of the Deities by Meenakshi Jain. She has
Jain.
accounted every single, so many instances, how they were preserved, how the deities were protected, from which temple, how they were, where they were, and this, everything is there. Very beautiful book. Okay.
Yeah, all the deities in Vrindavana, they were a lot of those Rajasthan, that's why Srinath ji, so they say one of the deities in Vrindavana, they say.
Yeah. Okay, Hari Om.
Yeah, Hari Om. Thank you so much, everyone.